Hello and welcome to this local weather update. A historic day for wildfire smoke, especially this evening, where things really got thick. And you can see here on the satellite loop, lots more on the way from Quebec. You can see these fires continue to burn out of control in Quebec, and just smoke is just looping around this low pressure system here that's stuck in the Gulf of Maine, and it's all getting pulled down into our area. And it's just incredibly smoky outside. In fact, so smoky that the sun was blocked by all the smoke. That's right. So to show you some pictures of what it was like before we get started with the weather update. This is what it looked like this evening. You can see that smoky haze over in Massapequa there. Looking at this, what looked like this afternoon, you can see the smoke there. And yeah, we had storms too. That's right. So this is what it looked like. We had some strong to severe thunderstorms across the area as well, in addition to all this smoke. And I have a whole video about it. So this is what the sun looked like. Yes, that's the sun. That's what it looked like to when we could see it. It was very dim. That's what it looked like around 6 o'clock. Pretty crazy. That's all that it was completely obscured by the smoke. That's how thick the smoke was. It's just incredible. And then looking at the skies, it was just orange. It was orange around 7 o'clock. Everything was just orange. It was crazy. I actually had to set the camera's white balance to cloudy because otherwise it would filter out the red naturally. But that's what it looked like outside. Pretty crazy stuff. I've never seen it like this bad. And then we had the storms. Strong to severe thunderstorms in parts of Nassau and Suffolk County that wound up hitting, and numerous lightning strikes, including a very close call for me with lightning while I was at the Babylon train station. That caused a whole bunch of problems on the Babylon branch. And I was shooting video when the lightning bolt struck, but I was away from the edge of the canopy. I was in the center, in the middle, because there was lightning close, and I didn't want to take any chances. So I didn't get you'll see, I have a video I have to work on, but it's just what a day going on. So much going on with the weather. Let's look at the high-resolution satellite, and again, you can see all that wildfire smoke, again, coming from Quebec. It's pretty nuts. This is where all the fires are going, and you go outside right now, and it smells like smoke out there. It really does smell like smoke. And there you go. Look at all those wildfires going there in Quebec. The winds are roaring. Then we have plenty of fires over smoke from here, too, as well. But right now, the worst of it's in Quebec, as far as which part of Canada is seeing the worst of it. Right now, it is indeed Quebec. Actually, I wanted to look at a few more photos. We'll have to go down the ways here. All right, hold on. All right, we're going to have to try to get to some of these images here. Just hold on a second. I wanted to pull up an image. I'm always forgetting stuff here. Maybe this one will work. Yeah, shoot, go past all these. I want to show you what the sky looked like tonight here. Again, you can't even see the stars. It looks like it's overcast. And look at all the haze in the air, which you can see here. It shows up very nicely here in this picture. You can see all the street lights illuminating all that smoke there. So it's pretty crazy. So going to the Weather Service, we have an air quality alert effect through Wednesday night now. And this is New Jersey and New York have air quality alerts due to the fine particles due to this wildfire smoke. And again, this also is for New York as well. Air quality alert in effect for New York as well. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff going on. Air quality alerts everywhere. I've never seen this happen. This is indeed historic. And people have said, and I've heard meteorologists and people say, well, the smoke generally weakens the storms. No, that's not exactly. I think that actually energizes them. You have more particles in the air, more condensation nuclei, so that actually, I think, enhances the storms. I think they're wrong when they say that. They think because it reduces the amount of heating. But let's go and review the radar from 2:30 this afternoon, and you can see the storms already developing in the Hudson Valley. We get to at 3 o'clock. You can see one shower over here that had there was a shower over here that had some lightning with it, but not much. This was a storm right here that really amped up. This was the one that was over coastal Westchester County. You can see the white. There was hail with this storm. Came into northeastern Nassau County, and then went over western Suffolk County and hit Babylon. And Look at this. Yeah, I was in Babylon when this thing hit, and it looked like it was weakening, and then all of a sudden it just blew up. It just blew up, and you can see that white there. That's hail right there, all right? That is hail. Look at that. So you can see it almost has like a little bit of a hook echo there almost. These storms really just blew up. They blew up, and they produced a lot of lightning strikes. And a second cell developed over Westchester. This one was not as strong, and it looks like it went over the similar areas, northern Nassau. There were a couple of areas along the South Shore got hit by that as well. And then as we go into the evening, there was just one batch of light showers that came on through around 7 o'clock there, and that was it. But wow, what a day with these storms. And if we go out over the area, you'll see as far as anyone else got hit, there were a couple in New Jersey, but they were very small. And we do have a wildfire in New Jersey, too. That's right. We have a wildfire. Wildfire in Jackson Township. Jersey Forest Fire saying the crews are fighting a wildfire in Jackson Township. This fire was reported near East Commodore Boulevard and Cedar Swamp Road as of 9:30 p.m. The fire is impacting at least 50 acres, so it was up to 15 acres. There are 30 structures in danger. There are not any mandatory evacuations. This is Commodore Boulevard and Cedar Swamp Road and Jackson Mills Road, and these are the streets that are closed right now. I guess the buildings are not residential. They say 30 structures are in danger. And you can see the smoke is making the news all across here. Just air quality alert, smoke. So the media is talking about it a little more, at least. Now, it's impossible to ignore it, really. It really, truly is. So let's go to the Weather Service, and let's see if they have any storm reports from the storms. Then we're going to go to that first. They don't have a link here, so I'll have to go to... before I go to the storm reports, let's do local past weather. So islip, 76 the high today, so just we were pretty much around normal. 76, definitely warmer. Low is 57, so fairly close to normal. Barely any rain, of course. Only 0.02. Central Park, a few degrees above normal for the high, more or less close to normal. And again, not a whole lot of rain. So let's go to those storm reports, which unfortunately we can't get over here. I've got to go into text forecast, and I got to go scroll down to the local storm report. I wish they would have put that up there, but let's see what we got. Here's our summary for storm reports for today. So, thunderstorm wind gust of 51 miles an hour in Glen Cove. I'm not going to go over all of these. Hail of 1.25 inch in Center Island. That's pretty big hail. Hail in Harrison in Westchester County of 1 inch. And another hail report of hail in Harrison. Not surprising when you see the radar and you see that white, that we would see that kind of hail there. So let's go. And I didn't even load up the smoke model, so I got to do that. Let's go to the smoke models here, and we'll look at the first the RAP smoke model that will take us through tomorrow. Vertically integrated smoke. We'll start off with that, and you'll see the smoke kind of sticks around, doesn't really go anywhere. In fact, could be even thicker tomorrow afternoon. I can't even imagine. But you see, look at that. There's purple over our area. I mean, this is going to be very thick wildfire smoke that we're going to be dealing with, and it will be at the surface too. So if we look at the smoke loop for the surface, you'll see that it maybe gets a little bit better, and then we get into it really big time tomorrow afternoon into the evening again. So it's going to have a very red sun. It looks like it's going to be with us until Thursday too as well. Looking at this is the 0Z run, but if we want to have a little more, we can look at the 21Z run, which is a longer run of the RAP, and we can look at this as well. And you'll see that this is a longer run. It's an older run, but it's a longer run. It'll take you through. This is the vertically integrated smoke. And again, you can see it more or less sticks around. It doesn't really go anywhere. Maybe toward the end, but I don't really see the smoke going anywhere. This whole week is going to be very smoky. Do the near surface smoke loop as well. And then I'll run on the HRRR as well. And you'll see again, really just we're gonna be socked in here with near surface smoke too. We're gonna be smelling smoke. Maybe it gets a little better as we get toward Thursday or Friday. Maybe. Don't count on it though. As long as those fires are burning and that flow is from where it is, we're gonna continue to see this wildfire smoke and smell it too. So let's go now to the HRRR loop. Oh, yeah, look at that. This is the purple. Yeah, it's got the purple coming in tomorrow. Yep, right in the afternoon. So, yeah, it's going to be... The sun is going to be very dim tomorrow. It's going to be very red. It's going to be what a sight to see for sure. Near surface smoke, we can run this too as well. Yeah, as a big cloud of smoke that's going to be coming over our area tomorrow. So it's going to be even thicker. This is going to be the thickest... This is already the thickest wildfire smoke. I don't ever remember being so thick where you couldn't even see the sun. That's crazy. That's nuts. So let's go to the model, the weather and hazards map. You see all these air quality advisories in effect. Let's look at our highs and our lows and our current conditions outside. Temperatures are... See... around the mid-60s, 59 at Islip. So temperatures have dropped. New Jersey's still pretty warm, though. I guess the front hasn't arrived there yet. It's still in the upper 60s there. And Islip is now 59. And when those storms came through, those temperatures dropped big time because we were in the 70s. You can see 70s, and then the storms came through. It went from 72 to 66, and now you got reporting haze. And the visibility is down to just 5 miles. Reporting mist and haze, so the visibility is very limited due to the smoke as well. So we're seeing that, very limited visibility. You can see now the winds have shifted to the north. Let's go look at our highs for the day. Highs mid-70s, generally some upper 70s as you got toward around New York City, and 80s in New Jersey, much hotter in New Jersey, low to even mid-80s over there in the northern part around 80. Lows generally 44, 50s generally 50s. Yeah, we got 50s. There's a 44 over there. Generally speaking, 50s, a couple of colder spots there. So let's go to the models now, and we're just going to talk about the next day or two, all right? There's just so much going on. So let's go to the HRRR, and as you saw, the models underestimated activity big time today. Tomorrow should be a lot more quieter. Can't rule out a slight chance of an isolated shower, but that upper level low kind of pulls away a little bit. So we have that. That's what's helping that cold front pass, more like a cold front with smoke. And then as we get toward Thursday, it kind of backs up into our area, very weak, but it could cause a little more of instability. Though it's mainly over upstate New York, and again. Showers and thunderstorms possible in Quebec. Now, again, a thunderstorm with lightning is not going to help this. It can make it actually worse because it could start even more fires. So that's another concern that we have for that area. Dew points and wind flow. You notice the dew points have dropped. Tonight it was a little more moist today, but dew points dropped tonight. We have northwest to west breezes tomorrow to start, and then maybe a south wind in the afternoon. That might bring a sea breeze through. But it's not going to really help the smoke at all. And then winds go back to north, and then Thursday, similar deal again. All right. Air temperatures. Air temperatures tonight, we drop back into the low 50s, and then tomorrow will probably be mid-70s, so it'll be right around normal. Similar today, maybe a couple degrees cooler. And then tomorrow night, we'll drop back again. It'll be cool. It will cool down at night. I still have the air conditioner on because it's still 67 in the alley, but it's also the smoke that I might not want to breathe in either. We'll have to see. I don't even know if I open the window and pull that air in, it might actually, I don't know if it would set off a smoke alarm even. And then for Thursday, a little bit cooler because I think there could be a few more clouds around, maybe low 70s. RGM for skies. This doesn't show the smoke, all right? Just clouds. And you'll see there won't be too many clouds around tomorrow. Less in the way of clouds. Those we get to the afternoon. You'll see a few clouds pop up here and there again as we get toward the afternoon. You'll see a few clouds pop up, though you might not even be able to see them because the smoke will be so thick. And less than today. And you'll see, though, there'll be some clouds. This is the RGM model, all right? Thursday, similar deal. It's popping a lot of clouds over the inland areas and then moves them out over there. It's just because of the instability from that low there that's sitting there. Got a few more sky models here. The NAM is the other model we can use. This is the 0Z run. That's as far as we got out on the 0Z run. I can go to the 18Z run, and you can see the similar deal with those clouds popping up as you get toward the afternoon there. But I think that the sun, you'll see the sun, but it's going to be very dim. And then I think as you get toward 5 or 6 o'clock, the smoke is just so thick that you're just not going to see it at all. The sun's going to be barely visible tomorrow, I'm telling you. And then for Thursday, similar deal. You'll have these clouds pop up again. And we don't know. It could fuel. Let me just look at the NAM and see if it's putting any thunderstorms together. I don't think it is. But don't be surprised to see an isolated one right around 5 o'clock there on the NAM. So it's possible we could see this pop up again tomorrow. Probably not as widespread as today, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it for sure. Because, again, you have the smoke, and I think it makes it worse. We still have the instability in the air. If we take a sounding here, you'll see that instability. Get a sounding here. Yep, there it is. So you see it. It's still there, and not as bad as it was today, but it's there, and it could cause. And they'll combine that with the wildfire smoke, and the atmosphere is going to do weird things. That's what I'm saying. So let's go to the. Let's go back to the this. I want to actually go look at some rainfall reports. Actually, I did close the weather and hazards map, but we'll go to Wonder Map and see what rainfall, if any, has fallen across the area. It hasn't been very much, I'll tell you that. So let's look at the precipitation here, and you see very little. Most of it's well under a quarter of an inch, barely anything. And that's the problem with these storms. Even it looks like Babylon got maybe a quarter of an inch, all right? But the problem is these storms is they're not producing a whole lot of rain, but they are producing lightning. And that could be a problem. Dry lightning, which is usually something you have out west, but apparently we're seeing some of that here too. But don't see a whole lot of rainfall here. The most is maybe 0.38, and that's basically it. Do see a half an inch. It looks like the North Shore might have gotten a little more. Some parts of the North Shore, you see how scattered it is, though. Some areas didn't get anything. It's just very hit or miss. Westchester, too. Some of the areas in Westchester got a little more. Let's see how let's see how Deer Park did. Yeah, barely anything, 0.18. And then as you head east, it's barely anything. Mostly a few of 0.01 or less. Or it's just like a trace. Some areas, though, Manaville got 0.16. It's not enough to calm the fire danger at all, really. And Jersey got even less, I think. Let's see what they got there. It's barely anything, like nothing. It's not going to help at all. It's not going to help at all. And the winds pick up tomorrow, so we're going to have to watch out for that as well. We go to Vent to Sky here. We'll look at our conditions for tomorrow. Move this over here. You'll see the winds are going to actually be worse tomorrow. And that, again, you see that breeze here. We go to wind gusts, 18, so gusts up to 18 miles an hour. The humidity's low, and we could see more wildfires break out in New Jersey and perhaps Long Island too. We'll have to see at that one in Jackson if they can get that one under control. But we're very concerned about these wind gusts, and gets even worse as you get toward the afternoon. And if we pull this out, you'll see where the fires are burning. There's even stronger winds here. So these fires are going to continue to burn out of control tomorrow. And if we go into Thursday here, no relief for the winds. Winds do come a little more out of the east. Maybe it'll bring some moisture, but those fires are so burning so hot, you're going to need a soaking to put them out. All right. And you see here also dealing with some wind on Thursday. There you can see the Thursday, the wind is from the onshore direction, so it's cooler. Lastly, we can look at the cloud output on this as well. It's not showing a whole lot of clouds. This is showing much less clouds than today. See, a few may pop up here late in the afternoon, in the evening, but not that much at all. So tomorrow will be a strange day. I can't say it's going to be a mostly sunny day because it's really going to be mostly cloudy because of the smoke. The sun is going to be heavily filtered by it. Whatever sun you're going to see is going to be a very dim red sun for sure. And I love how they just say haze. I don't know. Don't they have a thing that says smoke? Areas of smoke before 1 a.m. Widespread haze, patchy smoke. The smoke is widespread. Why do they? I don't understand. The Weather Service is like trying to minimize this. I mean, this is a big thing, but I guess, that's what I mean. Even though we have Joe Biden as our president, it seems like his position on climate change isn't really much different from the previous president. They're in complete denial, and they want to minimize what's going on. It's unbelievable. Shame on the federal government for this. No, come on. This is smoke. It's not haze, it's smoke. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's smoke. Step outside. It's smoke. Let's see if Mount Holly. Widespread haze, patchy smoke. Don't they have a logo for smoke? I mean, why can't they use that? I think they do have a logo for smoke. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't understand why they won't do it. Well, if we go way upstate, maybe it'll say smoke. Nope. So there you go. That's going to wrap up this local weather update. Again, some of the smokiest weather we've seen in historic times here. It's just, again, we have huge wildfires burning in Quebec. And a few just popped up in Ontario, too. Didn't even see that. Look at that. There are a few that just popped up in Ontario. Oh, big one there. So there you go. Let's look at the Great Lakes satellite loop for a moment. So I can find the Great Lakes one here. Yep, there it's Ontario right there. So now we have wildfires in Ontario too. My God. Pray for Mother Earth. Pray for humanity right now. Pray for every living thing on this planet. We are in what feels like the end times. That's all I got to say. Nobody seems to really, I guess, as that song goes, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. That seems to be the way people are. You think this would actually say, maybe I should give up that huge gas-guzzling SUV and that pickup truck. This climate thing is really serious. But no, nobody, it's not enough to do that. Not enough to do that. So, that is all. Thank you for watching this local weather update, and I have videos to work on. Stay tuned. They'll probably be in a couple of hours, so if you stay up late, you'll get a chance to watch them of the smoke and a nice little surprise for you as well. And the storms, of course, as well. We got it all. So have a good night.